Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I hope you did the yesterday's work, drawing frequency, polygon, pie chart, and all you tried. Hmm? Okay, now I will give one question. I will give one question. Okay, do the frequency polygon. Okay, start doing. Draw the frequency polygon. By today, children, by today, our questions will get over. Okay. Write the question, children. Draw the frequency polygon for the following curve. Anna Viju. Yes. Okay, children, write this one. 100 students in a class have heights as tabulated below. 100 students in a class have heights as tabulated below. Okay, the two columns are given like this: height in centimeter and number of students. Height and number of students. Height, number of students. Height, it is given as 121 to 130, 131 to 140, 141 to 150, 151 to 160, 161 to 170, 171 to 180. Height 121 to 130, 131 to 140, 141 to 150, 151 to 160, 161 to 170, 171 to 180. And number of students, it is 12, 16, 30, 30, 20, 48. Draw the frequency polygon. Draw the frequency polygon. So when you are asked to draw the frequency polygon, what do you have to check? You have to check whether the data is
Continuous.
continuous. Is it continuous here?
No.
No, isn't it? It is not continuous. Look at the difference here. It is 1, isn't it? So what you will do? Adjustment factor. Okay, what is that? We call it as adjustment factor. Adjustment factor, what you can do? Lower limit. What is the difference here? Find the difference. The difference is 1. 1 divided by 2. What is 1 divided by 2? 0.5, isn't it? So 0.5, add with the low. What do you have to do? 0.5, add with the upper limit and subtract from the lower limit, isn't it? When you subtract it from the lower limit, what you will get? 120, 0.5 to 130.5. 130.5 to 1. Is it clear, children? Adjustment factor. How will you find the adjustment factor? Adjustment factor is equal to, you take this to 131 minus 130 by 2. So it is 1 by 2, which is 0.5. Add 0.5 to the upper limit and subtract 0.5 from the lower limit. So the next is 140.5 to 150.5. 150.5 to 160.5. 160.5 to 170.5. 170.5 to 180.5. So this is the class interval. So once the class interval, once you made it as continuous, you find the class mark. Find the class mark and draw the frequency polygon. Draw the class mark and draw. Okay, draw the class. Find the class mark. Draw the frequency polygon. I think 2 minutes. Is it enough? Did you? Is it ready? Class mark, Karthik. Can you give the class mark?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
125.5.
125.5. Yes, you'll get 120. You'll get in decimal.
135.5.
135.5.
145.5. 155.5.
Mm.
165.5.
Mm.
175.5.
Okay. Then draw the frequency polygon. To take this class mark along x-axis. Take the class marks along x-axis. So here we are starting from 125, isn't it? So 0, then you give a small king just to give the continuation. Okay. 125.5, 135.5, 145.5, 155.5. See children, the same frequency polygon you can draw by drawing the histograms, isn't it? By joining the midpoints, you can join the midpoints. You can join the midpoints of the histogram. When you join the midpoints of histogram, you will get the frequency polygon. That is another way. So 125.5 will be marking with, here maximum we want is 20 or 30 you want, isn't it? So if you want, you can take 5 units, 15, 20, 25, 30, mark 5 units and write. So 125.5 with the 12. So this is the point. Then next one is 16, 135.5 with 16. Next is 30. Then it is 20. Next is 14. Next is 8. So what you can do, you can join this with the midpoints. Okay. You can join this with the midpoints. To make it just closed, if you join with the midpoint, it is okay. Okay, if you join with, okay, in some books and all, it is given to join with the midpoint. In some curves and all, they are leaving it as such. But if you join with the midpoint also, it is not, okay, it's not wrong, it is correct. If you join with the midpoint of the previous interval. Over, children? Is it over?
Yes.
Anila Mohanan? Okay. Karthik? Okay. Write the next one. Write the next. Draw a histogram. Draw a histogram for the following frequency distribution. Draw a histogram for the following frequency distribution. Draw a histogram for the following frequency distribution. And this is the table given. Marks obtained and number of students. Marks and number of students. Marks obtained and number of students. Marks obtained, it is given as 0 to 15, 15 to 30, 30 to 45, 45 to 60, 60 to 75, 75 to 90. Okay, draw a histogram for the following frequency distribution. 0 to 15, 15 to 30, 30 to 45, 45 to 60, 60 to 75, 75 to 90. And the frequency, it is given as 15, 12, 27, 18, 9, and 6. So, once the table is given, check whether it is continuous. Isn't it? So here we are going to draw histogram. What is under histogram? Continuous bars, isn't it? Continuous bars, generally we call it as histogram. Okay, it is used to represent the continuous grouped data. The interval should be continuous. Look at here, is it continuous? So it is used to represent the continuous grouped data. It consists of, we'll be getting some rectangles. It consists of adjacent rectangles, isn't it? Is or no? We have drawn this in lower classes. Can you recall it? Okay, it is in the form of intervals. The data will be given in the form of continuous intervals. We'll be representing it in the as a rectangle. Continuous rectangles you will represent. Okay, it's a easy one. So here the intervals, look at here, it starts from 0. So I'm taking it as 15, 15, 30, 45, 50, 55, 60, 45, then 60, 75, 90, and so on. So here, what we are taking along x-axis, we are taking the marks of the students along x-axis. And the number of students you can take along y-axis. Here we have up to 27. I think we can take 5 units. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. You can take 5 units. Now look at the first interval, 0 to 15, it is given as 15. So 0 to 15, it is 15. Then 15 to 30, it is 12. So here, 15 to 30, 12. 30 to 45, it is 27. So somewhere here, isn't it? So the next one. Then 45 to 60, it is 18. Then 60 to 75, it is 9. So 9. Then 86. 70 to 75 to 90, it is 6. So this is how we draw the histogram. If you join the midpoints of the histogram, you'll be getting the frequency polygon, children. Okay, this is another way to draw the frequency polygon. If you join the midpoints, we'll get the frequency polygon. This is another way to draw the frequency polygon. Here, we draw the histogram and we draw the frequency polygon. Anuj, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You finished drawing?
Doing, ma'am.
Do it. Okay. Once you finish this, you tell me, children, we can start with the next question.
Ma'am, finished.
Finished. Okay, children. Okay. Right, the next one. Okay, so the next question is, given below is the data of school going students. Given below is the data of school going students. Given below is the data of school going students, within brackets, boys and girls. Boys and girls. And it is given like this. The data is given like this. Mode of transport. Mode of transport. Bus. Walking. Bicycle. Other vehicles. Other vehicles. Okay. The next two columns are boys. Next one is girls. Boys and girls. Boys 75, 120, 240, 150. And for girls, it is 135, 135, 60, 180, 90. 135, 60, 180, 90. Draw a bar graph to represent the above data. Draw a bar graph to represent the above data. Okay, draw a bar graph. So this is not a histogram, isn't it? We are not given with an intervals. So here we are asked to draw the bar graph. So here along the x-axis, what you can do? Along the x-axis, you can use the different modes they are going, isn't it? You can take modes, and along y-axis, you can take the numbers. Look at the numbers. We want up to 240 and also you can take 50, 50 units, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. And here you can take, okay, here you can take some okay, in graph, according to your graph book, you can take two boxes and here you can represent. We are taking, okay, one box is for bus, okay, boys, the other one is for girls. If you take the bus, 75 boys go by bus. And if you take the girls, 135 students. So this is, so you can give some different shadings to understand. Boys, suppose I am giving lines means girls, we can represent it with some dots or some other colors. Again, take the next one. So in between, you can leave some space. If you want, you can leave one column, then draw the next one. Walking. So for walking, boys are going, 120 boys are going by walking. So 120 boys are going by walking. And what about the girls? 60 girls. So here also you can draw this one. Same design you can draw. For boys, you follow one design and girls. So this one is for walking. This walking. Next is bicycle. For bicycle, what is it given? 240 boys are going by bicycle. So 240 boys go by bicycle. And 180 go by 180 girls go by, so 180. So again, the same design you can do. So it is bicycle. The same way, do the next one. The same way, do the other one, other vehicles. Other vehicles also you can try. And here you should mention this one. And here you can mention that this symbol stands for boys. For girls. This is for boys and this is for girls. Is it okay, children? Do this one, complete this one. Children, so we have completed the syllabus. What you have to do is you have to start revising. Okay, if we get the next class, we'll be revising. So in the next class, we start with revising this bills because she asked one home. Okay, before that, do the homework question. Then only we'll be able to discuss that answers in the class. GST questions I gave. That one you solve it and get ready for revise. Learn all the formulas. In what you are learning in differentiation and all, we need it next year. Next year we'll be learning the continuation of this. What is it? In differentiability. Differentiation and integration is the main topic we'll be learning next year. So we need all the formulas what you have learned from the beginning, from the set theory onwards, we need all the formulas. Okay, so this drawing the graph and all what you have learned today is we learned how to draw the frequency polygon histogram and all. Frequency polygon histogram and all that we have learned in the lower classes. Is it okay? Is there any doubt? So in the next class, learn the billing part. Okay, taxation, income tax, taxation and income tax. From that part only we'll be doing. You can include that next one also. Which one? Simple interest and compound interest. We'll be revising, doing some problems from these sections. Last 3 chapters what we learned. That one only we'll be revising. Okay. Saija, please check the board number, Saija. Is it okay, children? Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So from your part, to start revising from the set theory and all this stuff. Okay. Your subject code is 241. Keep it in mind. Your subject code is 241, not 041. Okay. Hope you did this one. This graph, we call it as double bar graph. So these are the basic things what you have learned in lower classes. How to draw a frequency polygon, how to draw a histogram. Suppose the question is draw the frequency polygon, means we can draw the frequency polygon without drawing the histogram. If you feel it is easy to draw the histogram and do it, means that one is also allowed. Okay, children? Is it okay? Any other doubts? Aishwarya?
No, ma'am.
Okay, children, meet you in the next class. Okay, before that, do the homework. Thank you.